Welcome back, dear viewers. To shed more light on this escalation, we are delighted to be joined over the phone by the Jordanian journalist, Mr. Ramzy Khoury. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Lamia.
It's a pleasure having you with us. Mr. Ramzy, how do you see this recent escalation on Gaza?
It's an ongoing genocide that hasn't stopped. They are raising the bar with Gaza and as well as with Lebanon. They're raising the military bar also in Lebanon. And what they're trying to do is to make sure that this war continues until they are able to achieve their final goals. And there is a discussion regarding what their final goals are, because what their declared goals are all failures. They have not been able to achieve any of their declared goals. In Gaza, they have declared that they want to destroy Hamas. They haven't done that. They haven't been able to do that. Every time they declare a certain area as an area that is cleansed, the fighters come back and they shoot from that specific area, or even shoot rockets at Israel from that specific area, proving that the Israelis are lying and they haven't been able to achieve anything on the ground.
Mr. Ramzy, do you consider the last escalation, either on Gaza or Lebanon, a response from Israel to the International Criminal Court's arrest warrants for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant?
This is a very important step that the criminal court took, because it actually established that war crimes, genocide of course, has been committed, and they specifically stated the murder of civilians, using starvation as a weapon of war, and all of these are genocide, and they fall onto that category. This decision is going to empower the ICC with the international case that has been launched by South Africa and joined by so many countries, and it will most likely also speed up the process of the ICC, because the process of the ICC is usually very slow. But when there is a case like this and arrest warrants are issued, then the ICC is able to move much faster. Another issue that has to be taken into account, if we go back to the ICJ, then we are talking about the possibility also of issuing more arrest warrants. The criminal court can actually now come out again and say Gallant and Smotrich and the chief of staff, and it can produce a list of Israelis, an unlimited list of Israelis who may have engaged in war crimes, and the list is very long, and the proof that these people have engaged in war crimes is very evident.
But will this be realistic? Will this be realistic while the U.S. is also opposing such decisions?
No, the U.S. did not join the Rome Protocol, because the U.S. has committed war crimes all over the world, and they don't want to fall into a trap. The minute that they join the protocol, then there may be hundreds or if not thousands of war crime cases raised against the United States, whether against the leaders, the ex-leaders, current leaders of the United States of America, or military officials. And therefore the United States have never endorsed that protocol, their own statute. And therefore the United States uses the criminal court and the ICC at will. And let me explain. When an arrest warrant was issued for Omar al-Bashir, the United States endorsed it, encouraged it, and hailed it.
Thank you so much.
When an arrest...
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ramzy Khoury, the Jordanian journalist. And by this, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of today's episode of Arab Affairs. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Lamia Abdel Sattar. Thank you for watching.